I'm going to call this extreme mulching. There's some sheet metal pieces that I laid down because I need to make a ditch down through there eventually. I think I'll mostly talk about the materials. There's one of those pallet inserts. It's just really working as a weight. This is the bale wrap that I have so much of. Here's an old carpet. There's an old carpet. It's actually mulching a thorn bush. There's a I just threw it over it because it was easier than trying to cut it off. Trampoline tops. There's 3 of them here. This is the whole, what I'm doing here is a little tricky to explain, so I just need to get to the ground. Even planks. Now those planks and 2x6s they're not there as mulch, but they even work that way. The pallets, they're here for another reason, but in the meantime they're weighting things down so it doesn't blow away. Here's that vinyl that was the skirt on a trailer. And I mean, it works just fine, except that it has to be weighted down. This whole area, you see, I need to take it down to the ground so I can, I'll do what I'm going to do. And up here I want to plant bulbs. And so I'll give it may take, I don't know, a month, 2 months, I'm not sure, to get so I can actually get to the ground, but it's easy to do. So I've just got vinyl, bale wrap, or whatever they call it, and the pallet liners, and then the broken ones, even them I can use. And when they finally get broken too small, I've found that I can use them to build up the roadbed under the tires. Alright, it's easy. It's easy, it's effective, you don't have to work the ground up. Now I'm going to go up into the Impossible Garden, show you a little bit more. You've seen most of the materials though. That's where I was. I've now come into the Impossible Garden. Those planks that are laying there, they're not there as mulch, but they're mulching as well. Here's a new material. These white pieces of roofing, I call it. They're actually right now and being weighted down by tires. They're there to really get the ground ready for the next planting. In between I planted various squash and things. And I explained elsewhere about how virtually impossible it was to have a garden here. Those pallet inserts or liners, they break right up when you drive across them. So you've seen that material. Now more of that, those white panels I have here, and they're mulching in a way, getting ground ready for fall and even winter. Right here where the grass is brown, I had the vinyl laying before, but then I took it off and you can see it's beginning to crack. And then, oh well, there's more here than I can explain so quickly, but that made it so I could actually dig into the ground. They weren't here all that long, but so I'm able to do that contour ditch. Here's a new material. This is that cloth. This is that cloth, and I'll see how it is underneath. It's I can move it around, and I think once I seed this here in the middle, I may lay that cloth over it just to give it a chance. Here's the seeding. I talked about sowing in the Impossible Garden. Well, in the cracks where the ground gets so cracked, and it works. It works. The highest plant there, I think, is buckwheat. It looks like buckwheat. I'll know when it gets higher. But now I'll plant in between here too. Well, I'm going to move on. Those little pallets are waiting to be weights, just like I use them there. The cloth dries out, and then it's a little bit prone to be picked up by the wind. As I said before, that white panel in that tire, That's just mulching a spot, waiting for after these are done. I'll plant maybe cabbage. And here's a piece of that cloth that I laid out there, mostly to control the weeds, actually. Let's see what's happening on it. It makes it more succulent for the animals to graze on. I can move it around at will. That's where I was. This is where I decided I would go for it again. A second impossible garden. You can see how I'm using old roofing. I put it with the black side down because I noticed it gets so hot in the summer, although it wouldn't matter now. And you can see the bale wrap. You can also see that I'm using pieces of slabs to weight it down. There's some cloth that I had that I haven't spread it out yet or weighted it down. But so really the three things here are metal, bale wrap, and cloths. And I laid them out on an approximate contour done with a sight level that my neighbor had. But once I've got down to the sod where I can dig the sod, I can make a perfect contour. And this then I get underway. Well, oh okay, no, there's more to show you. This building I'm going to move. I'm going to take it down and move it elsewhere. But anyway, in the meantime, or partly to make it easier to work, I used old rugs as mulch. There's a rubber mat. And this area here is just a mystery to me. I don't know what it is. It has to do with the mine drainage. But anyway, I took all my old rugs that I had, or most of them, laid them down here, and they're busy doing their job. And eventually I'll pick them up and then I'll see what I can do about draining it. And then here's cardboard. I tried it. And it seems like it works okay. It has to be weighted down. That's what the pallets are doing. Okay, now I think I will stop.